I don't even know how to start this. Sometimes people say that we're being hyperbolic when we say stuff like black people are being hunted down and killed. This is a story that's breaking today. A man drove up from Maryland, a white man from Maryland, drove up to New York in order to kill black men and to make a statement. He turned himself into the police today, 24 hours after he encountered and successfully killed a black man. This gentleman's whose name is on the screen. The gentleman who is on the screen is James Harris Jackson. He's 28 years old, drove up from Maryland to New York City specifically to kill black men. Authorities say that this guy is, quote, someone who had long harbored feelings of hatred towards black men before violently acting on them this week. The assistant chief of the New York Police Department, William Arbery, he said the reason why he picked New York is because it's the media's capital of the world, and he wanted to make a statement. Based on statements that he made, as well as preliminary review of the video, it reveals that the attack on 66-year-old Timothy Kaufman was clearly racially motivated. The suspect, Jackson, was specifically intending to target male blacks for assault. Now, this is clearly New York police officer language when they describe people as male blacks, black males. It will talk anyway. There's another video on that. You can see how disturbing that language is in and of itself. But the point is, Jackson, the officer went on to say, quote, has been harboring these types of feelings for quite some time. It's well over 10 years that he's been harboring these feelings of hate towards black men. He said male blacks. I just can't keep repeating that shit like that. It's ridiculous. He kills a 66-year-old man. He stabs him in the back with a 26-inch black mini sword. This guy, James Harris, did 3 years in the Army. He's a military veteran. He was deployed to Afghanistan between 2010 and December of 2010 and November of 2011. He encountered Timothy Kaufman, 66-year-old man, after 11 p.m. on Monday and stabbed him multiple times. Kaufman went to a police precinct to get help. They took him to the hospital, Bellevue Hospital, where he died. There's a lot to say about this story. Don't think for a second that this type of hatred this type of hatred has long been in America. But don't think that your president's language does not motivate people to go further with this type of hatred. We saw this with the Indian immigrant who was killed at a bar because they thought he was Arab, and they said, "Get out of my country," and shot the man. This is a moment in American history where this type of hatred is tacitly celebrated. And when I say tacitly celebrated, perhaps that's hyperbolic, but this isn't. Your president, who is quick to condemn everything that any Muslim or any immigrant has ever done, he's going to get on Twitter and tweet about this all day long about an immigrant who steals a piece of cheese, right? He'll tweet about that. But he's not going to say one thing about this coward who stabbed a 66-year-old man in the back. He's not going to say anything about the white terrorism that exists in the United States. You know why? Because if he says anything, he's going to lose his support base. He's going to lose his base of supporters who they'll say this is bad. They'll say this is bad, but they won't say that it's a problem. They won't say that this is a result of racism in America. They're just going to say that this is one bad apple, right? And so if Donald Trump comes out and says anything about this, then he's going to lose his base of supporters who actually just sit back and sees this happening and doesn't think anything significant is going on in their country. When in reality, this type of hatred does not fuel itself. It doesn't start by itself. It started because this is a type of hatred of blackness and brownness and other, just anyone who's not white. This is what has existed in America for a very long time. And your president is not going to say anything about it. That's number 2, 3. I don't know what number I'm on. The other thing I want to say about this coward is that he attacked an old man, 66-year-old, and stabbed him from behind. You want to kill black men? Go to Bed-Stuy. Go to Brooklyn. Go some parts of Harlem, but Harlem has been regentrified. So, so much gentrification in Harlem, you might not find black people in Harlem. But I want you to run up on a black man face to face and see how you fare. Run up against somebody, what are you, 28 years old? 28 years old, and see how you fare. This is this is not only hatred, but this is cowardice of magnitudes that I have not seen in a long time. What kind of human being, not let alone a man, but a human being has to kill somebody from behind when you're out to make a statement? It's not like this is not like a hit. This is not somebody that you just got to do a job. You got to hit him from behind and keep moving. No, he wanted to make a statement and he was too cowardly to kill someone or to attack someone roughly his age group. He went after the most vulnerable person and went after them from behind. I wonder what jail he's sitting in right now. This may not end well for him. Let's take this caller. Caller, you're live.